Coming up on Network Africa, the United States military kills 17 militants in its first airstrike in Libya since President Trump took office. Zimbabwean activist pastor due to appear in court after rearrest. And Egypt's heaviest woman, Eman Ahmed Abd El Hadi, has died. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Millicent Walker. Let's begin the program with stories that made headlines over the weekend.
Fishing boats dropped off some 50 migrants on a secluded Sicilian beach in early morning of Saturday. The migrants paddled through the water and took to the nearby roads, stopping cars to ask for directions and rides to the local train station. Images of the arrival show what has become an increasingly common sight on the beaches of Italy's southern islands, migrants from Africa landing in broad daylight. According to Claudio Lombardo, the head of the Maria Amico Environmental Group, who filmed the scene on the Canatillo beach in Agrigento, says that boats used to come at night and locals started calling them ghost boats after finding several abandoned boats on the beaches with no sign of their passengers. The change in method by people smugglers comes as the number of arrivals from Libya, the busiest route for migrants from Africa trying to reach the European Union, have plummeted since departures from the coastal city of Sabratha were stopped by a shadowy armed group this summer. Elsewhere, Congolese President Joseph Kabila told the United Nations General Assembly on Saturday that he would ensure those responsible for killing 2 UN investigators earlier this year will be punished. Michael Sharp, an American who was coordinator of an independent sanctions monitoring group, and Zaida Catalan, a Swede, were killed in central Congo on March 12 while carrying out investigations for reports to the UN Security Council. Kabila also added that the Democratic Republic of Congo is most certainly moving toward credible, transparent and peaceful elections. While in South Sudanese, First Vice President TABANDENG in his speech appreciates the importance of saving lives in the war-torn country and added that the priority of the transitional government is to ensure that there is adequate preparation and creation of conducive environment for elections.
Our ultimate goal, Your Excellency, and responsibility is to give an opportunity for peace to all South Sudanese, which will enable them to choose their own leaders through a free, fair and credible elections. Our focus for the remaining months of the transitional period, therefore, is to ensure that adequate preparation and creation of conducive environment for these elections are at the forefront of our priorities, and we will see to it that peace is realized and that sufficient resources have been allocated in this regard.
Deng made a case to incentivize peace and stability through a balanced approach to development and embracing a new way of working.
Well, let's go over to Zimbabwe, when activist Pastor Evan Mawarire has pleaded not guilty to charges of attempting to subvert the government and inciting public violence after being rearrested on Sunday during a church service. The charges relate to national protests Mr. Mawarire is accused of organizing last year, and if convicted, he faces up to 20 years in jail. Controversial Mawarire recently published several posts on social media in which he accused President Robert Mugabe's government of wrecking the economy. Mr. Mawarire rose to prominence last year when he posted a video on Facebook of himself wrapped in a Zimbabwean flag complaining about the state of the nation. This sparked a hashtag, this flag protest movement against the leadership of the country. The pastor's lawyer, Harrison Nkomo, says Mr. Mawarire is already facing charges of subversion in relation to the protest last year and is due to appear in court. Police in Tanzania say they have released an outspoken opposition MP after detaining him for alleged incitement at a political rally. Peter Msigwa, who is the Iringa urban MP, was arrested while addressing a rally in his constituency. He was later released on the condition that he reports to police for further questioning. In recent days, a number of MPs critical of President John Magufuli have been arrested, most especially those from opposition party Chadema. Among those who have been regularly detained is the Singida East MP and chairman of the Tanganyika Law Society, Tunduliso. Earlier this month, Mr. Lissu was shot by unknown people in the capital, Dodoma, and is in Kenya presently receiving treatment. At least 17 militants have been killed in Libya after 6 U.S. airstrikes blew up an Islamic State desert camp, destroying 3 vehicles. The U.S. Africa Command in a statement says that the strikes targeted a camp southeast of Sirte, a city that was once the Islamic State stronghold in Libya. The strikes, which were carried out by armed drones, descended on the camp that was used to move fighters in and out of Libya, plot attacks and store weapons. This is the first American strike in Libya since President Donald Trump took office in January. The last known U.S. strike was on January the 19th. This was a day before Trump's inauguration, when more than 80 Islamic State militants, some believed to be plotting attacks in Europe, died in U.S. airstrikes on camps outside Sirte.